like it, beer?
Yeah, beer, yeah. What was the thing we were told the other day? There was some guy that said there was an adage, a South African adage. It was this morning. What did he say?
A kiss without beards is
Do you
like
know
a
it?
kiss without
No,
salt.
he say hello first. He say hello first.
And they gave us hard-boiled eggs and
If,
salt.
if you didn't hear what he said, we were told this morning that a kiss without a beard is like an egg without salt. He says, like, yeah, I knew that.
No, I can tell you. No, I was reading, you want to hear briefly about Peter the Great, Russian. He
Yeah.
hated beer, so he cut everybody's beer. But the Russian wanted beer because if you had a beer, you go to heaven. That's in the time of Peter the Great. But he wanted to modernize Russia, so he came with Caesar from Europe and cut everybody's beer.
So he's a barber
Yeah,
then.
I just read it this afternoon.
Yeah.
But if you, that's all.
This is the kind of show we put on, by the way. Yeah, it's a real community thing.
Yep.
Thank you for sharing that. So we walked on a trail today. That thing that we were just told was with one of the people who walked with us early this morning. We did, I think, 9.5, but I'm starting to completely distrust the Appalachian Trail. When it says it's 8 miles, I don't believe it's true. It's probably more like 13 or 15.
Well, there's a lot of this.
And
Like switchbacking
Up and down.
We met a guy a few days ago who gave us a little hitch into town, and his trail name was Pokey. And I said, okay, you can call me Pokey number 2, because I'm guessing they call you Pokey because you're slow. And he went, yep. And he said, he emailed me today and said, oh, today is just going to be up and down and up and down. And then when you think you've had enough, just more up and down. So
Yeah.
we're a little weary.
It's not an easy thing, too. We started on, for those of you who are new to the Massachusetts Walking Tour, this is us this year, and 2 others. There's 6 of us, and we're joined by people, whoever wants to join us every day. And we walk along the AT this year, but since 2010 we've been walking across the state of Massachusetts every June, performing free community concerts like this, and advocating for green space and recreational land use. This particular year, it doesn't seem like it's that important because the AT is already famous. We don't need to inform you about it. But it's been really good, just hard. It's been really, really difficult.
Physically hard, but the experience has been so wonderful. We've seen amazing scenery, some of which looked like we were on a different planet than Earth. It's the first time that we're hiking on a trail where there's a lot of other people hiking on the trail as well. Some of them have been hiking for many, many months. So that's been really inspiring too, to kind of meet and chat with people and hear their stories. And we met a group today that they've been section hiking it for 12 years, doing a different piece every single year until they finish. So there's a lot of different ways to experience it. And just seeing what everybody's carrying too. You know, I think you're kind of eyeballing the through hikers like, I don't know if I'd want to do that for 6 months, you know, and they're looking at us going, those packs are huge, what are you doing? So
Yeah.
there's a lot of that.
We're carrying a lot more stuff than through hikers would because they're being wise about it. And we're just doing what we normally do, is just carrying all our camping gear and enough food to deal with the day, and water and our instruments. And we've been what they call slack packing for some of these, because they're just, if we carried the instruments up and down like we did the very first day, it would hurt, and we don't want to be hurt. So that was the first day we did Sages Ravine and Mount Race. And we did that whole thing with all the packs, all the instruments. Maggie's laughing at us.
We got up to the ledges, which is beautiful, and then watched a rainstorm go right across the valley and then come right at us and rain on us. And then we went down the ledges, which had just been rained on. So you can imagine it was treacherous. It's probably the word.
It's very humbling, though.
Yeah.
And here we are going to put on a show. We were late for that concert, too.
Our first
very
day.
first
We came out of
concert.
the woods at 6. We were supposed to already be at the church. We had all these church ladies that are like, you made it! Get in the car, it's right here, come on, do you need what? Like, just like totally whisked us away.
Yeah.
And everyone was very patient.
but
Which
today
was
is
nice.
today's day 4. Today is Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we usually start the performance. Every concert's different because we include different people from the area, people that have performed at Mass Walking Tour concerts before. Like I said, we've done this since 2010, performing over 121 concerts in 102 or 3 towns. We've done some towns twice in the state. We start with a cappella song usually, and we've been doing this one called Camp a Little While in the Wilderness, which is a song from North Carolina. We learned it off a Folk Legacy record by Betty Smith. We'll camp a little while in the wilderness, in the wilderness, in the wilderness. We'll camp a little while in the wilderness, then we'll be going home. We'll be going home, then we'll be going home. We're all making ready, then we'll be going home. Sisters, are you ready? Ready, oh, ready. Sisters, are you ready? Then we'll be going home. Then we'll be going home. Then we'll be going home. Sisters, are you ready? Then we'll be going home.
Brothers, are you ready?
Ready, oh, ready.
Brothers, are you ready?
And then we'll be going home. Then we'll be going home. Then we'll be going home. Brothers, are you ready? Then we'll be going home. We'll camp a little while in the wilderness. In the wilderness, in the wilderness. We'll camp a little while in the wilderness. Then we'll be going home. Then we'll be going home. Then we'll be going home. We're all making ready. Then we'll be going home. Thank you. Thanks a lot. So, our first performer that's going to come up here, I've never heard her play. And when she was approaching the church, she said she's never played in public before.
Oh.
We try to prize ourselves on creating respectful listening environments and community concerts like this.
Which you are already doing. Thank you very much
Yeah.
for doing that.
So, see how nice they are?
Yeah, they're
told-
nice.
I told you.
Harmless.
So please give.
I know a lot of people.
Oh, so you stacked the deck.
No,
So-
I didn't.
Just give a wonderful welcome for her first live performance, Lynn Bertelli.
So I'm pretty nervous, as you can imagine. But, oh yes, it was on the wrong page. But I'm playing that later. I'm going to play 4 Spanish pieces tonight. And the first one is called Vals. And I hope I don't mess it up. And I did mess it up. But I've been only playing for 3 years, so have mercy on me. The next song is called Caramba Habanera. I've only been playing it for about a month, so anything could happen. You're all very kind. This next song is called Fandanguillo. My last piece is called Malagueña, and it involves the shuffling of pages. So we'll see how it goes. No, I've been practicing this, but thank you.
There's another music stand too. You can give it a go.
Yep.
Grab you.
Yeah, a little.
You couldn't tell. She did great, right?
Yes, you did, yeah.
Well, it's all uphill from here.
I don't know what you mean by that. We've done a lot of that, and I really don't want to do any more. No more uphill. Yeah. Yeah. We got cranky today. Yeah, today's day 4. Yep. It was difficult today after you left. So their next performer, we have people who know the Mass Walking Tour and have come to shows and perform at these things for years and years and years, and they look forward to it. Sometimes people look forward to the Mass Walking Tour to see different parts of Massachusetts, come visit the Berkshires, for instance, this year. And sometimes they just like our programs because they're different. So tomorrow's program in Lee at the library will not be anything like this one particularly because we have totally different performers. So each one is unique, and you see what I mean about it being a respectful stage. You guys were great. Good job, you guys. Our next performer, I think he's happy to be back in the New England area, I suppose. And he'll tell you where he's been and stuff like that. But he's become a good friend, and he's a good songwriter too. So welcome Cameron Sutphin.
I used to live in Nashville, Tennessee for 3 years. I live in New Hampshire. I like it there a lot more. So this is one. My roommate in Nashville was a guy named Ashton Lee, and he was from West Virginia. And we became friends. We still talk, and he told me all about the coal industry there. So I wanted to write a John Henry song, so I figured that I would take some of his knowledge and put it in a song. So this is my attempt at writing a John Henry song. John Henry was a steel traveling man. John Henry was a steel traveling man. He never worked for coal 'cause they tortured the land. John Henry was a steel traveling man. The mountains are being torn down. The mountains are being torn down. Faster than John Henry ever swung his hammer round. The mountains are being torn down. There's dirty water in the streams. There's dirty water in the streams. That ain't good for man, but they only care about machines. There's dirty water in the streams. John Henry beat the steam drill with only a hammer in his hand. But it'll take more than that to rid coal from this land. The air in the mountains ain't clean. The air in the mountains ain't clean. And you can't beat a steam drill if you can't breathe. The air in the mountains ain't clean. John Henry was a steel traveling man. John Henry was a steel traveling man. He never worked for coal 'cause they tortured the land. John Henry was a steel traveling man. John Henry was a steel traveling man. This is one about traveling. It's called Drive. It's not about walking. It's about driving around the country. But it is about traveling. And this is on an album I made in 2017 called Heartbreak Town. And that's my Nashville album. I'm currently working on a folk album in Pittsfield, New Hampshire. Because I did my country record and I want to make a folk album. This is called Drive. Drive and drive, don't you ever sleep, counting down the exit signs, like promises you can't keep, like promises you can't keep. Drive and drive, watch the night turn into day, as long as you keep moving, you won't feel the pain, no, you won't feel the pain. Further along, there's a new place to go. Burn through your life, watch it go up in smoke. But there's always a new road, so you just drive and drive and drive. Drive it around that New York City town like a desperado. You'll never settle down, you'll never settle down. You sing your songs, hit your guitar, burn both ends of the candle, like you don't care if you fall, like you don't care if you fall. drive and drive. Further along, there's a new place to go. Burn through your life, watch it go up in smoke. But there's always a new road, so you just drive and drive and drive. Drive and drive. Don't you ever sleep, counting down the exit signs. Like promises you can't keep, like promises you can't keep. Like promises you can't keep. Thanks. I've got one more. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. This is about my old car that had 295,000 miles on it. And they gave me $500 at the trade-in. They were apologetic too. They were like, "We're so sorry, we can't give you more." I was like, I expected you to say $50 and we'll basically turn it into scrap metal. It's called What Makes It Great. Got this car, 2012 Hyundai. Bumper's missing, headlights out, but it runs the same. The windshield's cracked, but it still drives. It's not what you see that makes it shine. Bought it used on Broadway almost a year ago today. It's traveled 50,000 miles since then. It's ready to travel them again. You don't need that flash and shine. You just need something to get you by. Keep the details, the chrome and flame. It's what's underneath that makes it great. Some men are rich, and they'll let you know when on this leave, put on show. But I know the things men keep inside. Late at night, they turn out the light. You don't need that flash and shine. You just need something to get you by. Keep the details, chrome and flames. It's what's underneath that makes it great. It ain't fast, it's rusted through. It doesn't shine, it doesn't look new. But I don't need something fresh off the lot. I'll stick with what I got. You don't need that flash and shine. You just need something to get you by. Keep the details, chrome and flames. It's what's underneath that makes it great. It's what you do, not what you say. It's what's underneath that makes it great. It's what's underneath that makes it great.
Even though he escaped the stage so quickly, why don't you give another round of applause to Cameron? Yep, still good, still got hope. Nashville didn't chew you up and spit you out. You came back up to New England. That's good. All right, we're traveling, 6 of us on the Mass Walking Tour this year. 4 of us make up the the program that you'll see at the end. And we have an opening act, and he's got big shoes to fill because for years we had an opening act that played ukulele and hula hooped. Yep, I'm not going to show you kind of pantomime-esque movements of what she did, which I usually do. I just don't feel I have it in me today. But you're going to really enjoy listening to the music and banter of Eli Go.
I might be reading too much into this, but normally, I mean, you know, we've only had a couple of these so far, but normally when Mark introduces me, he says what a pleasure it is to have me with him. So I think I might have finally broke him. Either that or he's just that tired. I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put it past any of us. I'm amazed that I can still get up here. Part of the fun of the walking tour, for me anyways, is that I get to see parts of the state I've lived in my whole life that I would not have seen otherwise, because I don't really get around too much. So I figured this is a perfect opportunity to do something like that and have fun, make music, meet new people. So it's great. And this is absolutely beautiful here. It took my breath away when we came around the bend at the cobble over there. That's better. And it reminded me of a scene from my life. I was at a friend's house. We were getting together. We were friends in high school. We had just gotten back together after college. It was one of the breaks. I can't remember which one. There was like 3 or 4 of us, like, you know, the whole group of friends that were together in high school got back together during college. And there was this painting in the room that we were in, and it was a landscape at a sunset. And I was lost in it. They were all talking, and I couldn't be bothered. I was too busy looking at this painting. And I turned to the host, and I said it was a wonderful painting, complimenting the colors and all that, because I'm an art student when I'm not making music. So I was doing a formal critique of the painting, and one of my other friends in the room looked over and said, "Oh yeah, warm as red, right?" And I couldn't help but break into song after he said that. And I believe this is technically one of the first pieces I composed. It's an original tune. And I dedicated it to that moment. It's called Warm as Red. He said it several times now, and I will reiterate. Today was a difficult day for all of us. I think we handled it well, all things considered, though. I mean, we've still got a long ways to go, but I'm hopeful, and I think I was the only one that was hopeful. I'll remain hopeful, but I was reminded of a song, a beautiful song that Mark and Ryan wrote. It was in their most recent album, Road May Rise, for which I did the album cover, and that was a wonderful experience for me. They were great to work with, and it was a very cool concept, and my favorite part of it was I got to hear their music early. They sent me the tracks just as they were being mastered for the thing, so I got to listen to it while I was sort of scheming how I wanted it to look and how I wanted to paint it. And this has to be one of my favorite songs from that album. I don't have anywhere near to as good of a voice as Rayanne has, and she sings in it, but I'm going to try my best to get close to that as I sing their song, So Blue. Enough was said about it. You know it's not for you. So go and keep on shouting. What good will it do? You know it makes us sad. Keep on standing, to keep on standing up to you. For all that we've been through. Down the darkest chute, it's no wonder we've been so blue. We make up our beds, lie awake in the sheets, and toss until morning, and turn unto dreams. Throw back the covers and raise up our heads in promise and prayer. We prepare for the threats, for all that we've been through. Down the darkest complain about singing. I'm not a huge fan of it. I make an attempt anyways. Some people like it. I'm not one of those people, but that's beside the point. In spite of my... well, in spite of it all, I'm going to sing another song. This will be my last song. This sort of lifestyle, it's interesting. I was having this conversation with the band earlier. It's like this interesting dynamic we have with cowboys here. It's like our hero almost, right? So like in Europe they had knights, in Asia they had, or in Japan rather, they had samurai, and we have cowboys here. And that's like our hero story, our hero arc. But I'm not too sure about it. I'm a little on the fence about it all. And this is a song that I was exposed to by some other guitar players, and I thought it was brilliant. It's just my sort of sense of humor, and it demystifies the myth of the cowboy. It's an old song. I think it was made famous by Bing Crosby. He sung it at one point. It's called "I'm an Old Cowhand" from the Rio Grande. I'm an old cowhand from the Rio Grande, but my legs ain't bold and my cheeks ain't tan. I'm a cowboy who never saw a cow. I never roped a steer cause I don't know how, and I sure ain't fixin' to start it now. Yippee-i-oh-ki-yay, yippee-i-oh. I'm an old cowhand from the Rio Grande, and I learned to ride before I learned to stand. I'm a riding fool who is up to date. I know all the trails in the Lone Star State, cause I rode the range in my Ford V8. Yippee-i-oh-ki-yay, yippee-i-oh-ki-yay. Well, I'm an old cowhand from the Rio Grande, where the West is wild, around the borderlands, where the buffalo roam all around the zoo, and the Indians make you a rug or two, and the old Bar X is a barbecue. Yippee-i-oh-ki-yay, yippee-i-oh-ki-yay. I'm an old cowhand from the Rio Grande. I'm gonna vamp here before I remember the lyrics. I'm an old cowhand from the Rio Grande. We know that part. And I ride to town just to hear the band. I know all the songs that the cowboys know about the big corral where the dogies go, cause I heard them all on my radio. Yippee-i-oh-ki-yay, 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 yippee-i-oh-ki-yay. Thank you very much. Well, that's it for me. I need to get off my feet. I'm about to fall over. Without further ado, please give a very warm welcome to the Massachusetts Walking Tour. You're in for a wonderful show.
Been saying this night after night, doesn't he look like he didn't do any hiking today at all?
Just does. Same can be said for you, Slick.
Hey, thanks. Maybe that's my new trail name. I like that one better than my other one.
You're Slick and I'm Slick. How about that?
Slick and Slam. Not bad. Stage Hollywood stuff. Okay. We're missing someone.
There he is.
Here I am. Yeah. Here we are. I'm gonna do a cowboy song for you. 'Cause that's what we do. Did we even bring a tuner? This is Vito. This is his 4th year walking on the walking tour. Okay. Wow. You got applause for it. His trail name is Mr. Wonderful. Yep. This banjo has been across the state since the beginning. We've always brought it, I think. And it kind of looks it. You can see through it. Yep. And that guitar has also been across the state every single time. That's the one Kyle's playing. His name's Kyle. He's joining us for his 1st year on the Massachusetts Walking Tour. Okay. And Rand and I started it in 2010 as just a way to get across our music without having to use cars, because gas prices in 2010 were super high.
It was like now, like $5
Yeah.
a gallon. Couldn't do it.
And this is a new instrument for the Massachusetts Walking Tour. It's that thing. You know what that thing is.
Pianica.
Yeah.
Isn't this nice to sit in a room that was designed for acoustics and listen to acoustic music with like the sun coming in, and you look out there and it's ridiculously beautiful, and you look out there and it's ridiculously beautiful, and you guys are so lucky. I can't believe this is where you live. Amazing.
It's really nice.
We're really grateful the church was willing to host us. Many of these concerts have had to be rescheduled 3 different times. We were also really grateful to receive funding from the Tyringham Cultural Council for tonight.
Yep.
And they also hung on with us. So I wrote 10 grants 3 times for this tour, which means I wrote 30 grants for this tour.
She's making it sound like walking 9.5 miles up and down a whole bunch of hills today was nothing compared to those grants. So
But
this is
we're really grateful to finally be here, and that everybody stuck with us through it all.
that's the truth. This is a cowboy song. I think we learned it from a Gene Autry record. Right?
1, 2, 1, 2.
Back in the saddle again, out where a friend is a friend, where the longhorn cattle feed on the lonely gypsum wheat. Back in the saddle again, out on the range once more, toting my old 44. We sleep out every night and the only law is right. Back in the saddle again, whoopie-tie-yi-o, rockin' to and fro. Back in the saddle again, saddle again. Whoopie-tie-I-O, rocking to and fro, back in the saddle again. Whoopie-tie-I-A, I'm on my way, back in the saddle again. Back in the saddle again. Back in the saddle again.
Nice. Yep, cowboys. We all walk like cowboys. The very first year we did it, we physically crunched our spines and legs, I think. We walked from Beckett, you guys know where Beckett is? We walked from Beckett, Massachusetts to Somerville over 17 days carrying about 65 to 70 pounds of stuff. Like that was too much and really dumb. And we know that now, but I remember that tour because, I mean, Rand and I have been doing this since 2010, so we're kind of used to like what it takes to do it. But that particular year, none of us were. And I remember us particularly not being able to stand up straight. And we walked everywhere like this. It was crazy. And us approaching the stage was a sight. Like all four of us or five of us. It was terrible. But
We road walked that whole year, like Route 9 and Route 20. You guys know Route 20. Doesn't that just sound great? So our second year in, we decided to start using trails. We hiked on the Mid-State Trail. It rained every day for 9 days. I'm not kidding. But since then, we've hiked a whole bunch of wonderful trail systems throughout the state. We've been on Bay Circuit Trail, we've been on the New England National Scenic Trail, which sort of, the AT sort of reminds me of it. It's definitely has some rough backcountry. I mean, it's New England, so it's basically like, welcome to the Massachusetts Trail of Granite boulders and rocks, but that's everywhere. We've hiked the whole arm of the Cape, utilizing the different rail trails that are there, and Nickerson State Park. We've been in the South Coast. We've been all over. This is definitely the most difficult and strenuous, but I really think it's the most beautiful. I think you guys are going to get that award from us. This is the most beautiful trail we have ever been on.
sometimes things are hard, but they're worth it. But they're hard.
Yep. This song you might know, and if you do and you want to sing, please do. We will not judge you if you don't think you have a good voice. You're not judging us for stinking up your church, so we're not going to judge you if you can't sing, but you want to anyway.
So here's one. Ready?
For the times they are a-changing. Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, except that you soon will be drenched to the bone. If time to you is worth saving, so you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone. For the times they are a-changing. Come writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, you better keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. Don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who that it's naming. For the loser now will be later to win. For the times they are a-changing. Come senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall. For he that gets hurt will be he who is stalled. There's a big battle outside raging. It'll soon shake your windows, it'll rattle your walls. For the times they are a-changing.
Come mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize what you can't understand. For your sons and your daughters are beyond your command.
is cast. The slow one now will later be fast, as the present now will later be past, and the order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will later be last, for the times they are changing, for the times they are changing.
We were on the fence on whether or not to add that to our program because it's such a beautiful song, but it's been done so many times. And we were like, could we even do it any justice? And does it matter if justice be done to it? You just sort of sing it, right? It's a pretty good song, and for some reason it's still very, very true.
Switcheroo.
The old switcheroo.
How are you?
I'm tired.
I'm tired too.
We did good today.
I'm a long way from home, Mark.
Kyle's from Pennsylvania?
I walked from Pennsylvania.
No, he didn't.
No, I have a car. I'm not a maniac.
See, he's hiked so long, he's delusional now.
So, yeah, a lot of members you're hearing tonight are going to be songs by the big folk songwriters. Songs you know, like the Dylan tune and some other ones further down the line. But every once in a while we throw in an original song by somebody written here on the stage, and this one happens to be written by me. This song was written actually as a collaborative effort between, let's not say a poet's not the right word, but a wordsmith and a painter and a songwriter. And the wordsmith wrote a couple lines of verse, which was then turned into a painting, which I then wrote a song about. And then there was a big show, and there was about 15 of these songs. And originally that was supposed to be put onto a record, and I don't think it ever happened. And I don't know what happened to most of those people. Did you know that story?
I didn't,
No.
but it's a heck of a creative process.
Like I feel like you and Eli have all this stuff. Like we've been hiking together for days, and they're just whipping out all this stuff I didn't even know about.
So anyway, this is a song called Feet First, appropriately, which is really the only way to get down a trail. Unless it's head first.
Preferably not head
Let's
first.
hopefully not go that route. So I guess I should count us in when I forget that we do that now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feet first, over the ground, and the dirt from the road, it stained my jeans. My toes are so worn and so tired, and the trail, well, the trail's worn out too. I'll walk if it means, but only if it means that I'll see you soon. I'll talk if you need, but only if you need, and I'll see you soon. At the part of the trail that diverges, I lost my way. There's a tree that looks like a brick wall, with a mortar and
such and it's hollow, all hard as a stone. Just how it came to be there, we'll never know. I'll walk if it means, but only if it means I'll see you soon. I'll talk if you need, but only if you need. I'll see you soon. I'll talk, but only if you need. I'll see you soon.
Very nice. We always just like sort of look through our record collection. We are very finicky about putting together a program that just has music that highlights themes like walking and perseverance and overcoming hardship or whatever maybe illustrious themes seem to come into play in whichever walking tour we do. Here's one, aptly titled.
This one is called A Ways to Go. I was singing it to myself all day. Now it's a beautiful song. We got it from Emmylou Harris. She's one of my favorites. It's really an honor to try to sing one of her songs. I'm not going to say that I do it like her because I don't. Nobody can. She's amazing.
Yeah, but you do it like you, and that's fantastic.
She's not here right now.
No, she's not. I don't think she would go on the walking tour.
No.
No. No, her and Rodney Crowell have like a bus they ride around in with their little dogs and probably have a caterer. And we don't have that.
No, we don't even have like Sherpas or anything.
We have some very inspirational friends. One of them turned 90 this year, and he has a girlfriend who's 86, Alan Merle. And they have hiked with us. They have paddled with us. One of our tours was paddling the Connecticut River and stopping every night and doing concerts, right? And they're very sad that they can't hike this year, but they keep telling us how they wish they could be our Sherpas. And I'm like, I would feel like so terrible if I'm just skipping along and then I've got this 90-year-old guy hauling my stuff. No, could not do that.
Just wants to feel
Yes,
like he's part of it.
I appreciate the sentiment.
He can't come along because his family planned a 90th birthday party for him on Buzzards Bay.
Yeah.
And he said, my family really threw a wrench in the works for this year's walking tour. Him and Merle are with us in spirit, so yeah.
I hear the clock ticking, see the sweat upon my brow. I don't know my destination, nothing's gonna stop me now. Baby, I'm running on desire, baby, I got nerves of steel. Coming down to the wire, Lord above me, guide the wheel.
Keep me in your prayers tonight. I'll be weary upon that road. I know the finish line's inside, but I still had a ways to go.
There's a junkyard dog barking in the valley down below. He's the one that made us stop, gather up the heavy load. Ain't gonna heed his call, giving him the time of day. Said once and for all, gonna throw that stuff away.
Keep me in your prayers tonight.
still have a place to be in your presence tonight. Be weary upon that road. I know the finish line's inside, but I still have a way to go.
What's that?
That's where that one's supposed to go.
Yeah, yeah. You want to do it in this spot now?
Yeah, we'll do it the way
Yeah,
it's
we're
written,
supposed to.
There's a whole bunch of words that we have to remember. We learn all this material like a week before we leave. And we sing it to each other on the trail and try to remember all the words. We have to remember how One of the people who came to our show last night was a massage therapist. She said, "Oh yeah, I'll totally help you out," and then she left.
Then she just-
That never happened. What a mean thing to do. Yesterday we met this through hiker who had been on the trail for like, I don't remember, something like 80 or 90 days from
He
Georgia.
left in February from Georgia, and we saw him when we first got on the trail at our first blaze. His name was Reese. So that was a few days ago. He told us about we said, "Are you enjoying it?" And he said, "Every day." He loves it. He said his tent had been crashed in by snow. He put on frozen socks and shoes and hiked in them. I was like, "Not me! No way, you're my hero. Thanks for doing that." So anyways, he was ahead of us on the trail, but he hung around in Great Barrington, came to our concert last night to see us. It was really exciting. He came walking in and we were all like, "Reese, you made it!" It's hard to explain, like,
Maybe a little.
there's a real camaraderie on the trail amongst the hikers. And it's not, you don't know any of these people, but just the shared experience of it and getting to, like we said before, kind of judge each other's packs and see what they're eating for their trail snack and those kind of things, and talk about their experiences and tell them what we're doing.
You know who my favorite trail hiker is? And I don't think we caught his name. He was the fellow with the dog who told us the story about how he started the trail once. He started in Georgia. He made 120 miles. That was 45 years ago. And now he's about 2/3 of the way through the trip. He decided that he was going to finish what he started, and he came back for more.
Yeah, his dog had a little vest.
Said AT through hiker.
Yeah, so here's one with a whole bunch of words. I'll do my best. Show me a river, I'll show you an ocean. Show me a castle that's turned into sand. And we rise and we fall, we crash on the coastlines. Only our love will last till the end. Fortune is fleeting and time is deceiving. Our bodies are weak and they turn into dust. And all following blindly, love is like lightning. It strikes only one time, but ain't it enough? Ain't it enough to live by the ways of the world, to be part of the picture, whatever it's worth? Throw your arms round each other and love one another. There's only one life that we've got, so ain't it enough? Surely all people are made for each other. They join in together when the days turn to dust. Let the prison walls crumble, let the borders all tumble. There's a place for us all here, but ain't it enough?
other and love one another. There's only one life that we've got. Ain't it enough? Late in the evening, feeling the wind blow. Talk through the treetops, warm in the sun. Lying beside you, watching the moon rise. If that's all there is, baby, ain't it enough? I'll show you an ocean. The stars are like diamonds shining above. And the heavens all beaming, and the world is all dreaming. Peace everlasting, but ain't it enough? Oh, ain't it enough to live by the ways of the world? To be part of the picture, whatever it's worth. Throw your arms round each other and love one another. There's only one life that we've got, and ain't it enough? Thank you. We have to play these songs on these instruments sometimes. Does it sound okay? I don't think we've ever asked that before. We're playing on all these little toy instruments, basically. Yeah.
Your guitar playing in here, that was like divine. It was beautiful. So beautiful. You too. And Cameron.
We started this as sort of like a philosophic mission, I think sometimes, to see if we still wanted to be musicians at the end of the day after walking all those miles and carrying our stuff. And say, nah, this is too hard, maybe we should take up something else.
So far after 11 years, the answer is still music. Apparently that's the one thing we can't walk away from.
Ooh, buddy.
Yeah. We just need to make sure they're in tune. It takes a lot.
Yeah.
It's enough. It's good enough.
It's we're gonna do a song by a fellow named Bob Zentz. Bob Zentz. Oh, I don't know anything about Bob Zentz.
I don't know anything.
You don't
about
know
Bob
anything
Zentz.
about-
This song is in Rise Up Singing. That's where we found it. If you don't know what that is, it's an amazing book of songs that people have used for 50 or 60 years to get together and sing.
Yeah, Rhiannon and I are fans of like a lot of old folk music. In this particular book, you can like look up songs by title, or you can look up songs by theme. So we just go to the walking section or the community section and
Or
find
the nature section.
And
Yeah.
we find sometimes songs that we've never heard of before, never heard. And then we look them up and go, well, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So this song in particular, at least to me, I think feels the most hymn-like. So it feels appropriate that we're doing it here. I don't know. Am I the
Sounds
only-
good in here.
It does
Everything
sound-
sounds good in
It
here.
does sound good.
It sounds good to us.
Ready? Fragments of another sunset, ashes of another dawn, drowned in time's immortal ocean, too soon. We may be gone. This old earth has seen a lot of living. This old earth, the stories she could tell. Now it's time for mankind to start giving this old earth a new soul. So what can it take from nature? What must it take from man for the future generations? Save the sky, the sea, and the land. This old earth has seen a lot of living. This old earth, the stories she could tell. This old earth is finished with forgiving. This old earth, new soul. So ask a child what really matters. Ask your friend what he would do. Ask the leaders you've elected, but the answer lies with you. This old earth has seen a lot of living. This old earth is used from man to hand. Now it's time for mankind to start giving this old earth use a friend, use a friend.
I think some of Vito's favorite trail hikers that we've run into so far have been these two little kids that were just bounding off the rocks. They were just jumping from rock to rock on the way down and on the way up, and I just saw Vito's look in his eye like, yeah.
We said hello to them. They had been out on the trail with their family for 18 days. And they were still jumping all around like mountain goats. Maybe that's why they're out there. You think? I was thinking to myself, man, that's a good idea. You've got really energetic kids. Just take them backpacking. They sleep like rocks. You won't even see them for half the day.
That's it, yeah.
We're gonna do a song for you now that we got off of the Doc Watson Family album. If you've never heard it, you really should seek it out. It's just what it sounds like. Him and his whole family sitting on the porch in North Carolina, playing all kinds of songs together. And there's lots of different voices, some old, some young, lots of different instruments. It's a beautiful, beautiful wonderful album.
Yeah, and Vito's gonna sing this one. Mr. Wonderful. How's standing?
Oh, I'm tired and my feet hurt. So.
But you still want to do this, though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
On one of the hardest days, I looked back to him, and I thought for sure he was just going to be like, I don't know if I got another one of these in me. And instead, he said, what are we going to do next year?
Easy walks next year.
Easy. Yes. All right.
I think Marjorie
Yeah.
does have another book.
Yes, she does.
Meeting is pleasure, heart and scream, but a false-hearted love is worse than a thief. A thief can but rob you, and take what you say, but a false-hearted love will take you to the grave. I'm trouble, I'm trouble, I'm trouble in mind. If trouble don't kill me, Lord, I live a long time. The grave will decay and turn you to dust. Ain't a girl in a million that a poor boy can trust. They'll hug you, they'll kiss you, tell you more lies than the cross lies on the railroad, or the stars in the sky. I'm trouble, I'm trouble, I'm trouble in mind. If trouble don't kill me, Lord, I live a long time. I'm going to Georgia, I'm going to Rome, I'm going to Georgia, gonna make it my home. Gonna build me a cabin on a mountain so high, where the wild birds and turtle doves can hear my sad cry. I'm trouble, I'm trouble, I'm trouble in mind. If trouble don't kill me, Lord, I live a long time. I'm trouble, I'm trouble, I'm trouble in mind. If trouble don't kill me, Lord, I live a long time.
Right. We just got a few more songs, and then we'll camp a little while in the wilderness. And by the wilderness, I mean alongside this wonderful church here.
And if anyone wants to check out Tent City out there, we've got pretty bougie accommodations.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because we were like, for the last 2 nights, we've been freezing our butts off because it's like winter again,
Yeah.
apparently. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't bring my winter bag. I brought my summer bag.
Yeah.
Last night I had to wrap my raincoat around my feet
This is
just
the-
to stay warm
the
while
lo-
wearing all of my clothes.
Yeah, we're wearing like the long sleeve shirts we have, except for you. But, well, it's not warm enough. But then, so gracious they were at this church here. There's like, well, you can sleep inside the basement where it's warm. And then we went down there, and it's like freezing downstairs.
She was saying that it was cool, thinking it would be hot, but it's the opposite today. And we're like, I think the grass is warmer than the basement.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Mark.
Oh man, what, Kyle?
Well, I can't think of which one to do. They're both so good. What's the difference between a banjo and an onion?
I don't know, Kyle. What?
Nobody cries when you cut up a banjo.
Oh.
So mean. So mean, Benjamin.
I was specifically told not to tell that joke or any other banjo-related jokes during the process of this evening's show.
That makes it
Doing
fun.
it
yeah.
anyway.
That makes it funny. And it's funny because it's true.
Oh, I like this banjo.
It's a, you know.
It's okay.
So
Well-
where'd we get this one, Kyle?
Well, so yeah, usually during the course of picking songs for this thing. Now, like I said, like they said, this is my first year, but we all kind of suggest songs. I actually knew the Tom Waits version of this song. I'm a big Tom Waits fan. But I was certainly familiar with the gentleman who wrote it, the golden voice of the great Southwest, Utah Phillips. And if anybody knows Utah Phillips, he's something else. And this is a song called The Goodnight Lovin' Trail. It's about a wagon train. And it goes...
Something like this.
Too old to wrangle or ride on the swing. You beat the triangle and curse everything. If dirt was a kingdom, then you'd be the king. On the goodnight trail, on the loving trail, our old woman's lonesome tonight. The old French harp goes like the lone bowling cat. It's a wonder the wind don't tear off your skin. Get in there and blow out the light. With your snake oil and herbs and your liniments too, you can do anything that a doctor can do, except find a cure for your own nasty stew. On the goodnight trail, on the loving trail, our old woman's lonesome tonight. Your French harp blows like the lone bowling cat. It's a wonder the wind don't tear off your skin. Get in there and blow out the lights. And the campfire's all out, the coffee's all gone. The boys are all up and they're breezing the dawn. You're still sitting there all lost in a song. On the goodnight trail, on the loving trail, our old woman's lonesome tonight. The French harp blows like a lone bowling cat. It's a wonder the wind don't tear off your skin. Get in there and blow out the light. On the goodnight trail, on the loving trail, get in there and blow out the light. I know someday that I'll be just the same, wearing an apron instead of a name. There's no one to curse and there's no one to blame. For the desert's to rid in lizards and sage. It's easy to look like an old worn out page, faded and cracked with the colors of age. On the goodnight trail, on the loving trail, our old woman's lonesome tonight. Your French harp blows like a lone bowling cat. It's a wonder the wind don't tear off your skin. Get in there and blow out the lights. It's a wonder the wind don't tear off your skin. Get in there and blow out the lights.
I do. That's the thing. That's one of the things.
I hope it sounds better than a low balling calf. That's what I think every night.
Kind of what it sounds like. One of my pet peeves as a performer is people not applauding, like knowing when you're done with a song as an artist and the audience like huh? We're gonna break it. You're not gonna break it. The point I'm trying to make is if you're enthusiastic or you're feeling moved by something, applaud whenever you feel like it. I mean, because see, if one guy does it, everyone else is going to do it too, because that's how we work as human beings. It's monkey see, it's monkey do. That's how it works. We got 2 more songs. This one I wrote.
I like like this
All
guy.
right.
You sure you can't come with us? Yeah. I need you to keep him in line. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna do a song now that Mark actually wrote. So this is, we're doing a bunch of like what we consider to be kind of traditional folk songs, and this is our contribution to the traditional folk. Who knows? Maybe we'll end up in the Rise Up Singing someday. They do revise it and add to it. But it's a beautiful song. It was on our last album. One of the ways that we know Eli is he actually did our artwork for that album. And Mark wrote it for a play. A friend of ours is a playwright in Chicago. And this song was how the play
That's a beautiful
ended.
chord.
But I think it's one of the most beautiful things he's ever written. And we've been playing together for almost 20 years, so that's saying something.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure what you just said because I was busy tuning, but I'm
Okay.
sure it was great.
The song's a good one. And I like that guy.
In summary.
How old were you when you started?
Oh, here's that.
Oh, I was like 5. No, that's nice of you. I was still in high school and I used to go see Mark play. And then when I turned 18, he finally started talking to me.
Yeah,
So
I
he
have
wasn't gonna get in
rules.
trouble after.
That was the
after
thing.
that.
Her mom, she loved me because I brought her home on time, early even. Like, get out of my car. Yeah. But
Alright, you ready?
I don't know.
So another one with an appropriate title. This is called Road May Rise. And today it did. It went up and down and up and then when we thought we were done, it went up and down again.
It really went up.
It really.
We went up a whole bunch and then down.
We knew the AT was going to be difficult, but it's like really difficult in spots.
Yeah.
But anyway, enough of that. Enough of us whining and complaining.
Yeah.
Moderate climbs.
It's moderate. All the books say moderate. It's moderate. Yeah, it's Hey, you're supposed to say it's all clear sailing from
Well,
here.
so we heard, you've already done the worst until you get to Greylock. So now I'm like, great, I'm dreading that day. I can't wait to climb 3,600 feet all day long.
I'm scared.
We'll do it.
Oh, great luck. Hey, just be glad we're not going all the way to Katahdin.
Hey, remember our first day? It was really, really, really hard.
Remember our second day?
It's gonna get
It was
worse.
really, really, really hard. Third day?
It's not
Okay.
going to get worse. What is the mantra? The mantra of the walking tour is
Always.
always more.
quit.
No, always
Always more.
more. Always more. The new guy.
Always more.
Yep, it is what it is. Road may rise. Yep.
Leaving the past behind and coming to terms with time and casting out meanness, shedding off sorrow where we lost sometimes. Often the road may rise along we follow. They say life is but a circle, round and round we go. Some of us are running away from any ghost, while some of us are standing still, frozen by the thought that moving on would change us in a way we wouldn't want. Would we forget about our loved ones, snuff out all the flames, bury all our memories, and hang our heads in shame? Would we carry on our shoulders all the burdens and the flames, and continue round our circles till the last laps of our days? Along we follow. myself on where we'd be tonight, and question how you feel, and know I wasted all this time. Once the guilt of losing you had shut out every dawn, in the midnight of our suffering, giving way and moving on, leaving the past behind, and coming to terms with time, and casting out meanness, and shedding off sorrow. And when we're lost sometimes, often the road may rise along we follow.
Okay.
This didn't just clap, she jumped. She was so excited she went.
Thanks, Ruth. All right, we're gonna play our last song. Thank you guys for being a great audience. The sun's going down. It's
Yeah,
probably
it's beautiful. All of it.
no rain. All right, here's our last song. This is a song we learned from Pete Seeger, not Pete Seeger himself, but
Phil Oakes wrote it.
we took
We
out
like-
a
we like
controversial
Pete's
verse.
version of it, so we're gonna do Pete's version of it. If you feel like clapping, you can clap along with us.
On time, if you can.
Yeah.
Take a walk with me through this green and growing land. Walk through the meadows, the mountains, and the sand. Walk through the valleys, the rivers, and the plains. Walk through the sun and walk through the rain. Here's a land full of power and glory. Beauty words cannot recall. Shall rest on the strength of her freedom. Her glory shall rest on us all. On us all. Stand the Carolinas too, Virginia and Alaska, from the old to the new, Texas and Ohio and California shore. Tell me who could ask for more. Here's a land full of power and glory. Beauty words cannot recall. Oh, her power shall rest on the strength of her freedom. Her glory shall rest on us all. On us all.
Mr. Wonderful on the guitar.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Only as rich as born, stubborn born. Only as free as a padlock prison door. Only as strong as the love of this land. Only as tall as we stand. Here's a land full of power and glory. Beauty words cannot recall. Oh, her power shall rest on the strength of her freedom. Her glory shall rest on us all. On us all.
Thank you guys very much. Thanks a lot. Take a little bow. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you all. I hope you have a great evening. If you feel like you want to lighten our loads, you can take a CD home with you. I've been carrying them in my backpack every day. We have a newsletter that you can sign up for out there if you want updates about the walking tour, what Mark and I are doing the rest of the year with our folk music. We'd love to stay in touch with you.
Yeah.
So,
If you guys get to see the pastor of the church, Janet, please tell her you enjoyed the program. She was very, very busy over the last couple days and graciously could not make it. We also appreciate the Tyringham Cultural Council for funding this event. Thank you.